get the small SMEs from elsewhere in the world come and set up here, that might have a negative impact on SMEs here, but otherwise not.
So that was an interesting point you said about the scope that is available out there in the world. You are saying around 50% is only untapped, and this is in the IT BPOs sector in the world, that is, right? So that means there's enough and more space for new opportunities. So why do you think it is only untapped and it's tapped only 50%, considering that IT is a very fast-paced growing industry?
Well, it's an interesting question. The IT BPO became a very key industry, not in the very, it's basically in the recent past. That is one reason why most of the businesses are still untapped. So there's where we can go into all these places. Otherwise, I mean, do you think that the entire world, all the developed places, they will keep all that business free? No. It became a real industry. IT BPO became a real industry in the recent past.
That is a couple of years back?
Well, it came to Sri Lanka in that scale a couple of years back. I don't think it is correct to say the whole industry was there, began a couple of years back, but of course, you know, it has been existing, but not in this scale. You know, people now realize that the outsource model is one of the best models to use that is elsewhere in the world, because of the infrastructure and various resources available here, which are maybe cheap, maybe better. So that is why the outsource models work. So to do that, only talking about developing outsource models is not going to help. We have to build the infrastructure and the IT literacy and the usage in the country. That is why we always keep stressing the Federation. Most of the time, we want to take the IT industry to the rural, and the entire country has to be made IT literate. And I think I'm not wrong if I say the government has set a mandate under the guidance of, again, His Excellency Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa, the ICT literacy rate to be increased to 75% by 2016 or something like that. It's a very, very high achievement if we can do that. So this shows, answering one of your questions before that, is the government giving the right direction? Yes, they are. That is what we are heading for, which will, all this development will help for us to tap that, you know, unutilized 50% of the market. It is not only bringing those companies, not only going overseas. We had to have our infrastructures, IT literacy, IT usage base done in the country. Then we can tap that. That is one of the key mandates of the Federation of Information Technology Industry Sri Lanka. So FITIS is basically working with government and all the government authorities towards achieving that.
Okay, we'll take a short break and we will be back with you soon.